Hey y'all, this is AL Thick Madame and Cinnamon Sugar, and this is the part two to the What a Day slash What a Week post. I don't know if it's gonna be What a Day or What a Week. Probably gonna be What a Week. So y'all, let me tell y'all about the new department. Okay, tell me why. I gotta start. I have to start with what happened at my last break right before my actual shift started. So I'm walking because I'm about to go do something else right before I go back to, go where I'm supposed to go for my normal shift. And my friend had to tell me that somebody was talking to me. I ain't know the woman was talking to me. And I just walked past her. I was listening to my music. I was, scrolling. And so I was like, huh? I was like, what's that? So she was like, oh, so when did you start training for your job upgrade? And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody's talked to me about anything. I don't know anything about a job upgrade. And so she was like, oh, well, I heard that you got the upgrade and that this other person got this job. And so I was like, well, ain't nobody said nothing to me. So she was kind of like, oops. And I was like, and then I was like, see, and then I kind of started getting pissed off because I was like, see, this is what I'm talking about. Every time I look up, I keep getting passed over for the actual job. If this is if this is what it is, meaning that I got the upgrade and the other person got the job, I don't understand and I don't appreciate because I already got passed over for a job I was supposed to have already had because they talking about they didn't get my application. When I put my application in there, I still have copies in the cloud of my applications. Like they had to have a meeting about it and wasn't nothing they could do about it, so they say. Because they had already started training the person. And I'm gonna get into that in a second too, because y'all to set up here, y'all training people for no reason. Y'all keep getting these trash excuses for people and wonder why all the good people have been leaving, quitting, and everything else in between. But I'm gonna get there, y'all. So anyway, so she was like, well, you need to go ask somebody. I said, I've been asking people. The last time I asked somebody what the status of everything was, they told me they were all the way behind. They said they had 27 interviews for the job that I had applied for. The week after I applied for that job, they took that job down. They take the jobs down weekly. They put a job up every Wednesday and they take it down. You have a week to put in for it before, you pass the deadline. So after they took that job down, they put up the actual bid for another job, a full on job. And so I was like, oh, okay. Let me go ahead and apply for that. So I applied for that as well. So I'm just like, child, I ain't had no interview for it. And I'm just like, whatever. I had an interview for the upgrade, and I was just like, I want the job though. Like, I want to be able to say I work back there, not know, oh, people are on vacation and they've drafted me because they need me on this shift. It's 4 shifts I got to be shuffled between. I don't like that because the way it can go is, what if, okay, so what holiday? What is this? April, Mother's Day or something come up right now, right? What if I want to be off for Mother's Day because I'm going home? What if I want to be off for Mother's Day? They could say, oh, we already trained her, because by that time, if this is real and they actually do what they need to do and just go ahead and get the training underway, they could be like, oh, well, we need her because we're going to have all these people off for Mother's Day and they draft me. And now I got to go from my normal job to that, meaning I ain't going to have no days off. Like it can go like that. Or if they know they're going to have you for a whole week, then they can schedule you to where you only do that job so that because they already know I'm going to make 60 hours. I'm going to make it. If I need to make it, I can make that in no time if I do that particular job. So, but it's too many moving parts, and that's why I don't want no part of no upgrade. To me, that's a slap in the face. And I told her just that. I said I feel like that's a slap in the face if this is true, that she got the job over me. I've been here longer than her, and I have more discipline and more patience than she does, because they don't know how she is when it comes to the job that we currently do. She does the same job that I do. She's an amazing worker. This is the same person I told y'all about who is socially awkward. Y'all, when she get upset, she gets upset. If something ain't going her way and it falls on her and it's making her look like she crazy and behind and all that other stuff, she gets real wild with it. It's a mess. I've heard the stories. I've seen her upset before. Like, if she's not showing it, the verbalization of it all is kind of scary. So yeah. But it is what it is. They're gonna see. It's all right. But this is the silver lining for me. If that is all true, the woman who has my job, who hasn't even been there a year, the heifer don't come to work. At least once a week, it seems as though she called out, says, "Oh, I'm tired," and all this other stuff. And it's like, girl, you don't work but 3 days a week. 3.5 days a week. What is going on here? And you get 3 days off. I don't understand. She ain't been having to pull no overtime since she been back there. I don't understand. And anytime she put in for a job, somehow she get it. And I'm just like, she don't even know how to complete a full sentence, y'all. I'm trying to understand how she was able to perform in any type of way where somebody would say, you know what, let's hire her. Let's hire her. I would love to have seen a video of her doing an interview, because people stay reading her. She don't do what she's supposed to do anyway, but the heifer call out all the time. So what might end up happening, y'all, is she literally has one more occurrence left. Y'all, it's about to be April. You can't start over on, your occurrences until January 1st. She ain't gonna be able to start over until January 1st, 2024. So, unless she becomes disciplined and she says, okay, I got one occurrence left, I'm gonna be here for 90 straight days and don't miss no more time, that's the only way any of her occurrences are gonna fall off. I should have almost all of my occurrences to fall off that I accumulated last year from when I was calling off, from when I went to the music festivals and all that stuff. That's really the only reason why I was calling off. Like, that's really the main reason, because they would be like, oh no, we need you. No, I'm not coming in here, and then I'm not leaving out early. I'm not doing none of that. I want to be able to say I am well rested, and if I don't go to sleep, that's gonna be my business, because I'm that excited about where I'm going. But I'm not gonna say I went to work and I'm tired from working and then I want to go up in there. No, I want to have amazing energy the entire time, from the first act to the last, whoever's going to be the headliner at these music festivals that I'm going to. So I want to enjoy myself. That's the little bitty, that's like the smallest thing that I do for myself, where I spend time outside of just being here in this apartment, y'all. Like, I don't really do nothing like that. I really don't. And I thoroughly enjoy myself. Some of the music acts they be having, I get my entire life. I really hope that they get Questlove and King George. Oh my gosh, y'all. I'm trying to tell y'all, I might show y'all the video of me standing up, dancing and everything. If Questlove come, I'm doing that dance. I'm doing it. I'm trying to boost myself up to actually post the video of me doing her dance. It's basically the wobble, but faster. Pretty much. Yeah, the Questlove slide. That's pretty much what it is. But anyway, I live for it though. It's so fun. If she came, I'm getting up. That's gonna be one of the few times in life I'm going to get up. You're gonna see me get up, and I'm actually gonna be moving, dancing, all of that. People always try to get me to get up. I'd be like, no. Even though I be wanting to get up, I'd be like, no, I'm not doing it. But yeah, I'm going to be in a better position. I'm going to be a few pounds lighter by then. So that's going to help motivate me even more, because there are certain things I like wearing. And even last year when I went to the first music festival, I wore this cute dress. And y'all seen it before, I think. I posted a picture, I think. And if I didn't, I'll post it one day. But excuse me, y'all. I'm so tired. But it's just a situation where I've gotten to a point where I'm not really concerned about what people think of me per se, but I just want to be all the way comfortable. I want to be on my A game. I want to be so on top of it when it comes to the dances and stuff that I'm 100% confident that I'm doing exactly what I know I'm supposed to do. I'm not going to mess up this footwork, none of that. So I'm very excited. I wonder who's going to be on the lineup this time. They had a pretty good lineup last time. I couldn't believe, but it was pretty good. But I really hope that Westlove and King George are going to be there. Oh my gosh, I need to reach out. I've been meaning to reach out to the promoters and things to try to see if they can get them, see what their fees are, and go ahead and book them before they get booked for the summer and all that. So yeah, anyway, y'all. But the heifer don't come to work, and I might actually cruise right into a job. That's the way it might actually go. Is that I'm gonna be training, and while I'm in the middle of training, I'm just gonna have a job. They're gonna be like, "You got the job, but we're gonna post it, and since you already trained for it, you just get to slide right on in." It is what it is. And I mean, every time I see her, she be looking tired in her spirit. Like, I be like, "Girl, you don't even be at work. Why are you so tired? What in the world?" Child. So anyway, some more things. Wait a minute. Let me calm down. Let me tell y'all. Okay, so I already told y'all that my friend who is getting divorced from his wife, whom to me, he is T-Pain without the locks and the money. Literally. Like, his voice is T-Pain. Like, he is hilarious like T-Pain. This baby had me dying. Y'all, I had to tell this man to get away from me today. Let me tell you what this fool said. So, he saw me when I was on my last break before I started my normal shift. Because he works that same shift. But he works 12 hours. So this was the start. This was one of his 12-hour days. So he was like, "Where you going to be at tonight? You going to be back there with us?" I was like, "Yeah." So he was like, "All right, I'll see you then." I was like, "Cool." So like every time he had to come by, because like every hour or every 30 minutes he got to come by anyway. And if I'm not talking to somebody, he'll drop by and like talk to me for a few minutes and then go do what he got to do. Because he actually has a lot of stuff he has to do paperwork wise and very important stuff that requires his signature. So, and it's going to be, his job is the job that heifer has. So if she don't do what she's supposed to do, I'm going to be working the alternate shift from him, but still the same hours, the same exact hours, except for the half day. On the half day, if I get the shift that I want to be on, I'll get to come in at the normal time we come in, but I get off halfway through the shift instead of coming in that last half and then getting off at the normal time that we get off. Okay, so today this fool gonna roll up on me. This is one of the things he said. I gotta tell y'all the joke first. I don't know how to say it the way he did it because he did it so convincing. It was so convincing, y'all. I was so done. I was done. This fool was like, "You know the Hokey Pokey song?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "You know, the man who created that dance, he died the other day." I was like, "Oh wow, are you serious?" He was like, "Yeah, he died the other day. You know, they had his funeral." No, he was like, "You know, they had his funeral the other day, and they couldn't get his legs in there. They couldn't get." I was like I really was like, what? Y'all, I'm so dumb. I was not even realizing that this fool. He was like, they couldn't get his left leg in, couldn't get his right leg. He was, the way he said it, y'all don't understand. Like, if you ain't paying attention, if you don't know, all right, he's saying something to me, it might end up being a joke. You're not gonna pay attention and you're gonna think he's serious. The way he said it had me hollering. I said, once I caught her, I said, "Get away from me right now. Get away from me." Everybody was looking at us. Like, he had me busting out laughing, y'all. He had me dying. I was like, "No, you gotta get away from me right now." I was like, "What is wrong with you?" So anyway, so the day prior to that, he rolled up one of the times he had to walk by to do his paperwork. He was like, "So do you watch podcasts?" I was like, "Yeah, I do." So he was like, "Well, which ones do you listen to? Do you listen to Joe Budden?" I was like, "Well, I'm subscribed to his channel, but I ain't watch nothing for real. Like, there are some I really sit there and I watch like the entire thing. And when I say watch, like, I like watching the live stuff. Even though it has been streamed and people can just listen, I like watching it live, seeing the facial expressions. I don't know what it is. I'm very visual. So I was like, yeah, I see clips of his, but I've never sat down and like watched the entire podcast episodes of his. So he was like, well, what are some of them that you watch? So I just named off two, which were T-Pain's. I was like, you. I literally said to that man, you. He was like, what? I said, you. And before I started really even going into detail, he was like, you know what? And he started laughing. It's like he don't see it really. That he kind of favors him and his voice and the humor. And I just cannot. Like, I cannot. Like, if I had blindfold on, I would swear I was talking to T-Pain. I cannot. T-Pain is so hilarious to me. I cannot do it. So anyway, so and talented. This man could draw something. He can draw exceptionally well. Like he's so dope. I just don't understand what was going on with the wife. So anyway, child, these people be fumbling what seems to be good dudes. And put it like that, because I don't know. I ain't in the relationship, but yeah. Child. So, yeah, that joke took me out earlier, though. I was like, what is wrong with you? Get away from me. So, he was asking me about the podcast. And so, I told him, like I said, that I'm subscribed to Joe Budden's channel. But I religiously watch Nappy Boy Radio Podcast, which is T-Pain's podcast. And I still got to watch the DJ Drama one. And I forgot if I told y'all or not. But this dude, I think he has another position, but not at our job anymore, but it's still through our job. This man looked like DJ Drama. I just cannot. Somebody was like, hey, don't he look like DJ Drama to you? And I bust out laughing because it was the exact time, like within that week when he asked me, T-Pain had just done an interview with him on his podcast. And I was done. I said, I cannot unsee this. I said, you know what? I'm not doing this with you. He was like, oh, for real? Don't you look like DJ Drama? I was like, get away from me. Like, stop doing this to me. Like, that man looked like DJ Drama, something terrible. I was like, I am done. I am done. I don't know how tall DJ Drama is, but this dude is on the shorter side. So, but yeah, this dude looks exactly like DJ Drama in the face. I don't know if y'all know what he looked like. Go look him up. This is what this man looked like. I was done. So anyway, but I told him that one, and then I told him, and then we had sex. So I started seeing clips of the husband and wife that's their podcast, right? And then we had sex. And so I'm subscribed to them on YouTube. And like on Instagram, I started seeing clips of theirs. And I was like, what is going on here? And then I'm mad because they actually had shows here in Virginia. And I had no idea, like they had just had some shows by the time I finally even knew of their existence. But every now and again, I actually watch theirs in its entirety on YouTube when they release them. And so, yeah, like I watch a couple of podcasts. I really do. And I enjoy them. So, yeah, I haven't had time lately to watch some of the people that I normally watch their recap reviews of certain shows because I haven't seen them. Like, y'all, I have not seen outside of like maybe 50% of the first episode of Ready to Love this season. The first episode, and that's it. I don't know what's going on, so I can't watch nobody's recap review on that. I haven't watched any of the most of the stuff that I've done recap reviews on. I ain't seen them. And so I done just kind of somewhat given up, and I don't like that. But it's just, I've been working so much, and I'm tired, and I don't get no sleep. And I'm just like, oh my gosh, somebody please. That's how I know when that situation popped up earlier that I told y'all about in part 1. It's too much going on around here. I have never, when I tell y'all, I have never misplaced. I have never misplaced no money. I ain't never misplaced no rent. I was just like, wait a minute. Like, I'm tearing my car up trying to figure out where it at. Where it at, though? And I had to have dropped it somewhere. And then somebody was nice enough to bring it to this building. Like, thank goodness. Because I was going to have to pretty much give them my check next week. And then the check after that is to make up for it. Because my plan is to... I already did this week. Then next week, I'm going to give rent. And then I might do it the following week, too. Since I'm working so much. So I can just, get all the way where I need to be, so I ain't gotta worry about it. But we gonna see. But yeah, y'all, that boy be killing me. I don't know. I don't know if we're gonna ever hang out outside of work, but when I tell y'all, I feel like time will fly. I feel like he gonna have me crying, laughing. I ain't got time for it. It is a mess. I will keep y'all updated on the job situation because that has highly pissed me off because it's a slap in the face as far as I'm concerned. You're gonna get a job to somebody else who, again, I have been there longer than them. I have done all this other stuff. Like, I catch so much stuff that nobody else catches. Like, things that you need in that particular department. Like, you have to pay close attention to detail. I pay such a close attention to stuff I don't even be thinking about it. Like the other day. So the other day, they doing the most. And even though they were doing the most and pissing everybody else off, I'm just keeping my cool. Stuff was popping off left and right. Stuff that would have been a nightmare paperwork wise. Upper management, supervisors, all of them would have gotten involved. Like, if it had not been for me, there were several things that were happening that day that popped off, and I caught it in time. That had it not been for me, the people would have been in trouble. I'm just saying, it just be too much. It'd be too much, and that's why I know my value, and that's why I'm looking at these people like I'm not gonna settle. I'm not settling. So, y'all, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Despite the fact that this heifer might actually end up losing her job because of all the occurrences that she's racking up, I'm probably still gonna look for a job somewhere else, child. Because I mean, I am going to eventually get back into social work. I don't really care what they got going on. This was a stepping stone job anyway, so I'm not really too mad about it. It was starting to piss me off because it's like I'm trying to get my money up so that I can move comfortably because I'm not gonna inconvenience nobody because I'm not lifting nothing. I'm not. When I move, I'm not lifting nothing. I got a washer, a dryer, a couch, and a big chair. Are those the only heavy things I gotta move? I think. And I'm still not gonna help carry them TVs. I got two TVs I'm not carrying, so unless I put them back in their boxes, I did keep their boxes. That's the only way. But at the same time, I don't want to do that. I don't have my big car anymore, so I can't stretch them out in my back seat because that's how I got my biggest TV in this house. I went to the store, picked it up, and I put it in my back seat. It was fine. I have a smaller car now. I can't do that. And I'm not trying to strap it to the hood and all the other stuff. Like, mm-mm. So I'm gonna need other people to come in and remove these items for me. Um, I can get the clothes over the course of a couple of days or whatever if I need to. But in all honesty, I really don't want to do that. I want to be able to have enough money set aside for moving expenses so that other people can come in here, box it up for me if I ain't boxed it up or help box it up. Because I'm not even going to have it like that. For me, if I know in advance, I'm starting to box stuff up. So all they got to do is come in, grab it, load it up, and go on. I just want y'all to throw it in the other place. I can drag. If I need to, I can drag the couch where it need to go. I can drag the TV where it need to go. I can drag the chair where it need to go. Of course, go ahead and put my washer and dryer where the hookups at. Do you know how to hook that up? I need for you to know how to do the hookups too, because I don't know how to do it. I'm pretty sure I could look at a video, but I want you to do that too. They don't take that long. I've seen them do the process. Like, I looked at them while they were doing the process at one point in time. There was a situation that happened a little while back, and so I saw it. Pretty sure my ex is watching this, and he was like, "You weren't there?" Yeah. Anyway, I've seen the process, so I know how it can go. It's not that hard, and I've seen my daddy do it before too. But it's just something that I've never had to do. But if the situation were to arise, I can look up a video and figure it out. It is what it is. So I want to be able to comfortably move at some point in time. If I'm not, okay, if I'm going to move home, I'm still going to need moving expenses for that. And I'm not trying to move back into I'm not trying to move into any place with anybody. That's another thing. People are not understanding. Like, I don't want to have to get back, go to a place where I got to, worry about, oh, well, you can't walk around naked and all the things that are comfortable for me to do now. It's because I'm living by myself. And I don't want to have to revert and do all this other stuff and tiptoe around and have to worry about if somebody else, the things I'm worrying about now because people are inconsiderate, which are, loud TVs and all this other stuff. I don't want that. I don't want to have to tell somebody, dang, your TV too loud. I'm over here trying to sleep for work. I don't want to have to do all that. I just want to be able to live in a really nice area until I'm able to afford to build a house from the ground up, like my sister is going to be doing sooner than later. So excited for her. Oh, oh man, what else is going on? Speaking of my sister, I ended up talking to her today. I think her package is going to be getting shipped soon, if it hasn't already. My teas are being delivered today, and yeah. So that is the last package, I think. I think that's the last package that's going to be going to my friend's house, because she was inquiring about how many more packages were going to be coming. Like, she's very overly anxious about that stuff. And I'm just like, Lord, I had already told her I'm getting the P.O. box and all of that. So, in the morning, I plan on going because they're going to be open for a limited amount of time, because it's the weekend. So I'm going to try to get there as soon as they open tomorrow morning so that I can secure it. I want to go ahead and do it online, but you still have to go in person to get the your signature. You have to submit your signature so that they can already have it on file, and you can bypass everybody and just go straight to your P.O. box. They'll put a key in there so that you can go to some designated spot where your packages are and all that stuff from day to day. It's sad that I got to do this, but it is what it is. So I'm getting a P.O. box. And my parents are wondering what the address is going to be. I told them that I'm probably going to go ahead and pay for a year. Because I was going to do 3 months, 6 months, all that, whatever. And I was like, might as well just go ahead and do a year. So I'm going to do that. And you have to take in 2 forms of ID. And I don't know if it's because I don't really use my printer or whatever, but it's not printing out the way I want it to. The my electricity bill, because you have to have proof of residence. So I'm gonna have my license, and then I'm gonna have a copy of that. Another acceptable thing, if I have to do it because the printer ain't doing what I want to do, because I'm gonna go get some ink. If I think about it, I keep forgetting until I get here. Then I'm going to use I think it said that you can use your car's registration as a second form of ID. So you have to have 2 forms of ID. So that's what I'm going to do. And they're going to put it on file and all that good stuff or whatever, y'all. Very excited that I'm not going to have to worry about nobody stealing my packages no more, or having to, go and wait until they pile up at my friend's house and then go retrieve them from her and all that stuff. So it is what it is. Unfortunately, I got to come out of pocket because people like being thieves. So yeah, it's just sad. There are quite a few things that are going on, but I will reserve those things for a little bit later. Hopefully, I will only have to work 4 hours today. And well, tonight, because I already worked today. I pulled a 12 today. I reached 60 hours once I actually worked the 4 hours tonight. And hopefully they don't try me, because I should be able to walk out of the door. But anyway, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I really appreciate y'all. Subscribe to my channel if you have not done so. I will see y'all later on. Have a good weekend.